Veteran Army Captain Doug Truax. Doug, it's great to see you. It's always wonderful to have you on. Do you think is the Iran regime getting more reasonable in your assessment? Because what do you make of U.S. ground operations to get Iran's uranium out? What do you think?
Well, I definitely think it's true that they're being more reasonable. These guys actually have hopefully some common sense, and they're seeing the writing on the wall here. I think that the continued push to have more troops there and the talk of taking over Kharg Island and all these different things that we could do is basically a way of ratcheting up the leverage and the pressure on these guys, and they have to make a decision. Are we going to keep working with the Americans, or is there going to come a day where they're going to take us out and move on to somebody else? But either way, we're going to get what we want eventually, because we've had air superiority since day one and took out their entire top leadership. So it's kind of militarily, we were so successful, we got ahead of ourselves, and now we're trying to catch up diplomatically. But I think it's just a measure of just keeping up the pressure, letting those guys know that we're coming for them, and we're going to get what we want. So you better be reasonable. And I think they are being reasonable. If they're letting those ships go through, I think it's a sign that they can actually pull this off.
They lie all the time, right, Doug?
They do. They do. Oh, yeah, for sure. And so, well, hopefully they're lying right now to their own people that say, no, there's no conversations going on, which I think is their measure of trying to keep the people from rising up, because they say, oh, no, we're still in charge. And, they just killed 32,000 of their own folks in January. So they're a force to be reckoned with internally. But they also know if they push it too far and the people rise up, they're going to get some fast internal regime change, and those guys will be gone just like that.
That'd be interesting. I mean, there are 61,000 U.S. troops in the Mideast. President Trump told the Financial Times he could seize Iran's oil export, the Kharg Island hub. It oversees 90% of Iran's exports. But let's listen to Press Secretary Leavitt on who is going to pay for the cost of the Iran conflict. Listen to this one.
Two questions regarding the financial costs of the war. Back during the Persian Gulf War, 1990, 1991, Arab countries paid for the vast majority of the cost of the war. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, the UAE. Who's paying for the cost of this war? Will those Arab countries step up to do just that?
Well, I think it's something the president would be quite interested in calling them to do. I won't get ahead of him on that, but certainly it's an idea that I know that he has, and something that I think you'll hear more from him on.
What do you think of that?
Oh, it's definitely going to come up. It's definitely going to come up. But, we can't forget, it's in our national interest that these guys do not have nuclear weapons going forward and that the strait stays open. We'll get there. But, yeah, there's definitely going to be a conversation about reparations for us on this.
Got you, Doug Truax. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service to America. We appreciate you very much.